So allegedly, Draymond Green got punched in the face by Tristan Thompson. Draymond Green went up to Tristan Thompson during LeBron James after SB's party. He went up to him to apologize for saying that they're not cut up from a different cloth and just trolling him after they won the parade. Initially, a report is initially when he came to him and he said, "Hey, I'm sorry." Tristan Thompson was like, "Nah, I'm not dealing with that." Then the second time he said it, Tristan Thompson punched him in the face. Draymond Green did not go down, and that was that. But according to Stephen A. Smith, the whole thing is a false as rules or whatever. I think they're saying it's false because of the simple fact that they don't want suspensions handed down, especially for Tristan Thompson. He's very close with LeBron James, has the same agent. This could cost him money. You know, they say like during the offseason in the NBA, you could do whatever you want. You could hang out. You could do whatever you like, get in bar fights, brawls. But you're still going to get that call from the commissioner, point blank, period. And that's going to affect your money. So I think that's why they're keeping it more in the hush. You look at it from both sides. You look at it from a Draymond Green standpoint, you know, it's crazy, like, him being considered, like, a victim in this case. But he's the victim in the simple fact that he wanted to make amends. He gets punched in the face by a team that he swept. So, you know, there's resentment there from Tristan Thompson by getting swept. Then the way they got swept, and then the guy was trolling you. This is 3 years in the making, guys, when, you know, LeBron was going back and forth with Ultimate Warrior shirts. You remember the first time the Warriors won the championship in 2015? He was drunk. He was like, you know, the Cavs good? Nope. So this is like 3 years in the whole, 3 to 4 years in the making where it was bound for one of these guys to get into a physical altercation, like a real physical altercation, not the one that happened in the 2016 finals when Draymond Green called LeBron a bitch or whatever the case is. But from Tristan Thompson's standpoint, you can look at it and say, well, this guy's been talking trash for many years. This past year, they won the championship. They said, we're not called from a different cloth, when I'm not going to shake his hand or whatever, show poor sportsmanship. And then he comes up to me to apologize. So is he trolling me? Because if you know anything about Draymond Green, he's like a master troller. So maybe his apology could have been an effort to troll him. Like, hey, man, you know I'm sorry. You know I'm sorry, you little baby. You know I'm sorry. Like, he could. You don't know what was said at that point in time or how it was said. So that all that being said, maybe he was trolling him in that. Maybe Tristan Thompson felt like, okay, you could have called me right after you said that. You know, you could have squashed the whole thing, but you wait till now to do it. So that's what is really funny. So I think he took it as a trolling, and he punched the guy in the face. Now, does that look good for him? No, because, you know, even though the NBA might not fine you during the season or whatever the case is, they're going to make some kind of example of you, or they're going to put something in effect where there's a code of conduct policy that you have to follow during the offseason. So that's something that's very detrimental to him in that regard. But it does look like, you know, like he's being a baby about somebody trolling him. It does look like Draymond Green was trying to be the bigger man and bury the hatchet, because he knows outside of basketball, he's looking at the things LeBron is doing. He has segments on Uninterrupted with LeBron. He's partnering with LeBron. LeBron, KD, Tristan Thompson, all of these guys are there. Like, they're basically all running in the same circle. Maybe Draymond wanted to squash him and be like, you know what, I don't want to deal with that. But you guys got to understand this, too. Charles Barkley got his wish, number one. Charles Barkley was, I wish somebody would just punch him in the face. He didn't finally get his wish. I'm pretty sure many people got their wish. But number two, somebody put a battery in Tristan Thompson's back. Somebody has been chewing his ear off about Draymond Green trolling him about not shaking hands. Because honestly speaking, not shaking hands is not a huge deal. Like, a lot of guys don't shake hands, point blank, period. So, you know, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's not nothing to really get upset about or really go crazy about. You know, things like that happen all the time. You know what I'm saying? Somebody was like, yo, he said you're not from a different cloth. He calling you soft. You know what I'm saying? How Chloe gonna look at you like that? You know, I bet you the Kardashians was in his ear like, you know, Draymond is so annoying. You should talk to him about it. Like, you know what I'm saying? You watched their show before. You know how they talk and everything like that. Somebody put a battery in his back. I think LeBron put that battery in his back. Like, yo, you can't let him disrespect us like that. Disrespect me like that. You know, we all from that same cloth. We all in it together or whatever. And they were boosting him up. I sort of like look at the situation similar to like the Fabulous and Ray J situation where Fab was cracking a bunch of jokes on Ray J. It was ha ha he ha ha. Everything was good. Everything was pretty copacetic. All of a sudden, they meet again later down the road, and it just comes up all together again. And then supposedly Ray J tried to punch him in the face, Fab in the face. But this is the same kind of situation where Tristan Thompson is sort of like that Ray J character where people have been hyping him up, like from his teammates, his girlfriends, anybody, just been thinking about it. Because to think about this months later and to punch somebody in the face about it, if they're apologizing, you could just be like, man, get out of my face, man. I ain't even on you. We ain't on the same type of time or whatever. I'm not worried about it. But to punch the man in the face shows that this really, really, really bothered you. And that's hilarious. Because I can't see myself being still mad enough to punch somebody in the face over something that happened over almost 2 months ago. Like, unless it's like you did something to my mom or something like this, or my, somebody personal to me, really. Like, that's nothing. Like, on the court stuff is really nothing. Like, I've seen people argue on the court, F you this. The next day, come play ball again, everything's fine. So I can't imagine this spilling over to a punch in the face. But this is all alleged. This silk by Stephen A. Smith. It never happened. So we'll see where it lies with that. I hope there's no suspensions or no fines or nothing crazy like that. But that's funny. The one time Draymond Green tries to be a peacemaker, that's the guy that's getting socked in the face. But he, you know what? In a way, he deserves it. He can claim it as a badge of honor because now you're looking at Draymond Green like, okay, well, he took an L because he supposedly got punched in the face. But no, this raises his moniker. This raises his aura because he's so irritating that he could get you to punch him in the face about something that happened months ago. You don't understand. Once somebody knows they could get under your skin, they own you. They own you. And basically, he's owning Tristan Thompson. Tristan Thompson might have punched him in the face, might have made it won the little battle, but he's definitely losing the war, and that's not good. But for Draymond, he has to watch his surroundings. He can't keep hanging out with LeBron and think that people that hang out with LeBron are going to be partial to some of the things that he said to LeBron in the past, did to LeBron in the past. And career-wise, like sweeping the Cleveland Cavaliers, putting 2 sweeps, this is the second sweep on LeBron James' resume. He's out of that GOAT talk. So, that being said, guys are very affectionate towards LeBron, so they're not going to be standing there for that. So I'm pretty sure it wasn't just Draymond saying that we're not cut from the same cloth. There was other things in between that. Hoops Junction, where hoops meets hoopla.